Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Lamb today at my Christmas book haul. So these are the books I received from Christmas. I did buy myself some books after Christmas because, I gotta keep the tradition alive. And that book haul will be probably in February because one of the books takes 5 weeks to ship, so I'm still waiting on the last one. So I'm just going to be showing you the books that I received. And I received quite a few really exciting ones, which I'm really excited to get into. Usually for Christmas, I ask for books that I might not necessarily pick up myself because I'm just stupid that way. I'm like, oh, I want to read it, but I won't pick it up myself. So I was very excited about this. So the first one is The Fact of a Body by Alexandria Marzano-lesnevich. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that horribly. I've read this one already, and a review will be coming up in the first week of February, I believe. I have them all scheduled out, but there's a bit of a backlog, but I really enjoyed this book. Is actually about Alexandria, the author, and it's part memoir, and then part of her memoir kind of connects. There's not a direct connection, but she connected with this one case that was about a murder. So that's kind of a weird description, but it intermingles of her trying to get over parts of her past that things have happened to her by looking at this case and seeing how people reacted in that. And it was a very interesting one because it flipped from the case and finding out what happened, and she did add in details like, oh, the wind was going across, more details to build into more story structure, but then intermingled with her memoir parts. So I found that very interesting. I saw this one definitely advertised on Goodreads, which made me really interested in it when I saw it, and yeah, it was really good. The next book is Where the Heart Is by Billy Letts. This book was actually turned into a movie with Natalie Portman, and I really enjoyed the movie. I actually watched it on New Year's of 2016 with my best friend, and I just remember watching that and really enjoying the film, so I really wanted to read the book it was based off of, and I'm really excited to actually get to this one. This one is one I've been wanting to buy for a while, but I just haven't for some reason. So this book is actually about a girl named Novalee Nation, and basically she's heading to California for her boyfriend, but then he ditches her and she finds herself stranded at Walmart, and she's also a pregnant teen, so she has, a lot of things going on, and basically she has to discover hidden treasures in the small southwest town that she was left in. And she meets all these different really good characters, and her story kind of goes from there. The next book is The Girls by Emma Cline, and this one I was seeing everywhere, I believe a year or two ago. I don't think it was last year, but I think it was the year before. And this one I don't know much about, but I know it has to do with a cult. So that's pretty much all I know about this one. But this one was literally anywhere I looked, it was there, and I'm really excited to get to that because a lot of people, some people didn't like it, but some people really, really enjoyed it, and I want to kind of see what I think about it. And also it was so popular that I want to, form my own opinion. And then I received Bonfire by Kirsten Ritter. I don't know why I keep mispronouncing every name. And this one is one that I really, really want to read, especially because I believe a week or so before I received it, I saw that Gillian Flynn, she actually recommended it, I believe, or she had a blurb about it, and I really love her books, so I was really excited to get to this one. And this one is a mystery novel, and I believe it's about a girl, Abby Williams, and it's been 10 years since she left her hometown, and a case takes her back to her hometown. And I don't know too much. I don't want to know too much about this because I don't really like knowing that much about mysteries, but I really like this actress and the things I've seen her in, so I really want to give this book a chance, especially because it's been getting really good praise, and I really like her in her movie and TV roles. Mostly TV roles. I think I've seen her in the movie, like Gilmore Girls and Don't Trust the Bee and Apartment 23 and that kind of stuff. And then I got Shunzhi, The Complete Text by Eric L. Hutton. And this one is basically, I really wanted to get Shunzhi, and I really want to read more of his. I have a Confucius text I'm working on right now, which I read just a little bit, every once in a while, but I really wanted a Shunzhi text, and then eventually I'll go on to Mencius, but I really need to finish this one first, and this one's hefty, so it's going to be a while till I get to Mencius. And I really wanted that text because I really enjoyed my Chinese history class I took last year, or was it 2015? No, 2016. And it was so good, and I just continue wanting to study subjects around that because I found it very interesting. The next book is The Sun and Her Flowers by Ruby Kaur, and I read Milk and Honey last year and I really enjoyed it, and I hadn't yet picked up this one, and I really want to read her next poetry installment. Then I received White Olander by Janet Fitch. And this novel I actually saw on somebody's booktube channel. I forget whose channel it was, but it sounded very interesting. And basically this one is about, I'm just going to read the back little blurb. It's about a brilliant poet imprisoned for murder and her daughter Astrid, whose odyssey through a series of Los Angeles foster homes, each its own universe of its own laws, its own dangers, its own hard lessons to be learned, becomes a redeeming and surprising journey of self-discovery. So it's about a girl in foster care, and I'll try to remember to link the person's video on the downward because they did a much better job of describing this, but it just sounded very interesting and I hadn't heard of it, so I wanted to give it a shot. Then I have 2 more books. The next one is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. And this one's been talked about so much on BookTube. And I didn't rush out to get this one, not because I wasn't excited to read it, but because there was a big gap in between this book and The Fault in Our Stars, so I didn't really think there was that much of a rush. So I was like, you know, I can wait a little while and not be too behind the curve. It's not like some of the authors where they're like releasing so quickly I can't even get caught up. But basically this one is about a 16-year-old named Aza. It's very confusing description, so I'm just going to read it because I can't describe it. Aza never intended to pursue the mystery of fugitive billionaire Russell Pickett, but there's a $100,000 reward at stake and her best and most fearless friend Daisy is eager to investigate. So together they navigate the short distance and broad divides that separate them from Russell Pickett's son Davis. Aza is trying. She's trying to be a good daughter, a good friend, a good student, and maybe even a good detective, while also living with the ever-tightening spiral of her own So I know
thoughts.
this book, like I didn't know much about the plot, but I know it deals with OCD and it does a really good representation of OCD because John Green does have OCD, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. And it has like a really good like own voices representation. So I was really interested in that too, and it's been getting so much praise. The last book is a book that I'm probably most excited about receiving, yet I didn't start it right away, which was kind of weird, but I'm just savoring it, I feel like. But it's Ranger Games, a story of soldiers, family, and an inexplicable crime by Ben Blum. And this book I saw in chapters, and I was like, don't know. And then I found out the description. I was very interested because basically the description is about a boy named Alex, and or not Alex. It's basically, where is it? It starts on the front cover. So yeah, I'm just gonna read a little blurb on the front cover because that does a good job of explaining it. So Alex Blum was a good kid, a popular high school hockey star from a tight-knit Colorado family. He had one goal in life: endure a brutally difficult selection program, become a U.S. Army Ranger, and fight terrorists for his country. He poured everything into achieving his dream. In the first hours of his final leave before deployment to Iraq, Alex was supposed to fly home to see his family and beloved girlfriend. Instead, he got into his car with 2 fellow soldiers and 2 strangers, drove to a local bank in Tacoma, and committed armed robbery. And it's basically about the cousin, I believe it's his cousin, coming to terms with why this happened and kind of delving into the case. And I found it, like, I am so intrigued by this description. I really want to read this one this month. I'm just like, as soon as like I like look at it or like even look to like pick it up, I'm always like so excited. I maybe should start this one like next week, maybe, if I'm like done the series I'm reading. I'm just really excited. So that was my Christmas book haul. I just have to say this because, just, for reference sake, I'm not trying to brag about what I received. I'm very thankful that I received these books from many of my family members. And yeah, I'm really excited to delve into them. They always ask me though, like, they're like, when will you have those like they're joke like every year, because like most of my books come from my aunt and uncle, and they're like the joke like every year is like, when are you gonna have those finished by? 4 days. It's like, yep, you got me. Don't understand that it takes me a while to read, but yeah, really excited to delve into these. I really love just having a new bevy of selection, even though I already have books on my shelf, but it's always just nice to have more books on your shelf. Sentiment exactly. And yes, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you've read any of these books, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.